Mass indoctrination of an upcoming zombie apocalypse is reaching new heights, with this drill taking place in San Diego with well over 1,000 military, police, Navy Special Operation Forces, medical personnel. They're all coming to San Diego on Halloween of all days to take part in this massive mock zombie invasion drill. And it's being held by the Halo Corp on a 44-acre Paradise Point resort island on San Diego Bay. And Fox News is reporting that an untold number of so-called zombies are going to be coming to the counterterrorism summit. In the scenario, a VIP and his personnel detail are trapped in a village surrounded by zombies. When a bomb explodes, the VIP is wounded, and his team must move through the town while dodging bullets and shooting back at the invading zombies. At one point, some members of the team are bitten by zombies and must be taken to a field medical facility for decontamination and treatment. And here's the interesting quote from the president. President of Halo Corp, Brad Barker, said, "Everything that will be simulated at this event has already happened. It just hasn't happened all at once on the same night. But the training is very real. It just happens to be the bad guys we're having a little fun with." End quote. The Homeland Security Department jumped on board last month, telling citizens if they're prepared for a zombie attack, then they'll be prepared for real-life disasters, like a hurricane, a pandemic, earthquake, or a terrorist attack. Barker says, quote, "No one knows what the zombies will do in our scenario, but quite frankly, no one knows what a terrorist will do. If a law enforcement officer sees a zombie and says, 'Freeze, get your hands in the air,' what's the zombie going to do? He's going to moan at you." This is a pretty interesting statement from the president, again, of Halo Corp. He also says, "No doubt when a zombie apocalypse occurs, it's going to be a federal incident, so we're making it happen." End quote. And again, this is directly from the Fox News article, as I'll link down to in the description. San Diego-based Halo Corp, founded by former military special ops and intelligence personnel, has been hosting the annual Counterterrorism Summit since 2006. The keynote speaker beforehand will be a retired top spook, former CIA director Michael Hayden. So we have this massive zombie apocalypse drill in San Diego. Not too long ago, the CDC warning of a zombie invasion with zombie apocalypse propaganda through not only the media, but also these movies. And in so many ways, they place things in movies before they actually make them happen in the real world. And you have to ask the question, who benefits from a nightmarish scenario where the bulk of the general public is considered to be zombies? Don't you think that's a little bit dangerous for this worldview, this futuristic reality perspective, to be pushed, that we're going in that direction? Because there's only one way you can deal with a zombie, and that's by killing a zombie. And that's what these drills are about, killing zombies. And what are zombies? Humans that allegedly have been affected. Says who? We know from the swine flu scare that the government can declare an emergency if they say that there's a pandemic in a certain region of the country. And how do we know that that executive order that Obama passed at the tail end of the swine flu scare, that that's not just lingering there, waiting in the wings for some other declaration about some threat, some zombie outbreak? So the plans are in place, the executive orders are there, the quarantine zones, and they've used so many different excuses to get the public to go along with it. Most of all, the threat of terrorism. The post-9/11 world, they've done terror drills for all types of different scenarios. But with the zombie apocalypse drill, they're going to the next level. I mean, anybody can be a threat. Anybody could be a zombie. And there's only one way that you deal with the zombie, and that's you shoot them. This next decade ahead is going to be marked by a lot of unrest internally before the big stuff starts. It's in their interests for us to kill each other instead of work together as we start to go through some very hard times and potentially some very dark days. serves the establishment. You look at this media system, all this propaganda about being afraid of each other, that the threat that's coming is a rise of the zombies. And when you look at what's actually going on compared to that false script, you can see the false script for what it is, a distraction they want the masses to feed into. Unfortunately, we have a lot of police, military, and others that are feeding into it as well by playing a part in this drill. So this is definitely something that you also want to keep